Guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Boom Shaka, and again, I welcome you to my channel. I mostly speak only about INFJ stuff here and some other stuff about meditation and enlightenment, but of course, my favorite subject is Myers-Briggs personality types, and specifically my own type. I'm trying to figure out where I am in the world, who am I, what am I doing with my life, blah blah blah, right? And so I share that with you. I hope that you guys find it useful, and if you guys have any suggestions for videos, for future videos, let me know. And if you guys have any comments or feedback, obviously, again, let me know, and I am on top of that, okay? In today's video, I want to speak to you guys about how INFJs like to be alone like 75 to 85% of the time, actually more sometimes. I know some of you mentioned that you can be alone for 4 to 5 weeks at a time, not interact with any other human being, and you're totally fine with that. I know there's spectrums on this introverted scale, so some people are more introverted, some people are less, like whatever it might be. I know I am more of an extrovert than a lot of you guys. That's why I can do these videos. A lot of you, it would be unthinkable to do these videos, and I totally get it because you're more introverted than I am. So a lot of us, there's two things to it. First of all, we are introverts by heart, so we do like to spend a lot of time on our own. It's funny because a lot of times I'll be sitting by myself reading a book, completely content, completely happy, completely joyful in myself. And people will come up to me and say, are you alright? You seem alone, you seem lonely, do you want me to sit with you? And I think to myself, horrors, no, do not please sit with me, I'm totally fine. And I always have to kind of, push them away and say, I'm sorry, I'm doing something right now. I always have a book with me, pretending to read or write, so then I can be like, I'm writing, I'm doing journaling, but don't be around me kind of thing. It's so that I'm not rude about it and saying, I'm sorry, but I do want to be alone, right? It's interesting because a lot of times when I am alone, it's not like I want to be alone in my room by myself, but I want to be alone outside in a crowd of people so I can watch them, do some people watching, some analysis, some learning, be around that energy and analyze it and be around it, but be by myself in it, be an island surrounded by all these people. So I love malls for that reason. It's a great place to go to do all this people watching, to be alone but be surrounded by hundreds of people. Same thing as restaurants or cafes, the same kind of thing, same idea. That's why we love libraries as well, because we can be on our own, we can be reading, we can be doing our own thing, but we are surrounded by people, the same kind of thing. The second part to this introverted extroverted thing is that a lot of us seem ambivert. A lot of people would think of us as extroverts. Whenever I tell people that I'm an introvert and I like spending time on my own rather than being around people, they are surprised. Most people are surprised. They always assume that I'm an extrovert, always assume that I like being around people. I don't mind people. I do like them. Yes, I do like being around them. But mostly, if possible, 80% of the time, 75 to 80% of the time, I'd rather be on my own. I love it. Live it, right? And so we do come across as extroverts. And so we are ambiverts in that regard, where if we are surrounded by extroverts, we are chameleons. So we'll take on their properties, we'll take on their characteristics. They're like exuberant and lively and energetic. And so we'll be like, okay, cool, I can do this. I can be an extrovert for the next few minutes or few hours around you. And then I can go back into my cave and be an introvert. But in this moment in time, I can pretend to be like you. So, we have a connection, or you don't feel alone, or, we're able to be friends in this moment in time, right? So that is a possibility as well. So again, that confuses people. And one of my main advice for all of you guys, and I've said this before in the past, is to be honest about it. Tell people what's going on, right? I'm always honest with the people around me so that they know, especially my friends and family, because I want them to know that I need my time on my own. And a lot of them assume that I can be around them all the time, 24/7, and it's not possible for me. They want to be around us because, again, we help them, they can talk to us, they can vent to us, blah, blah, blah. But constantly have to have that conversation with people. No, I need to be alone right now. I need to be on my own. I need to spend time on my own. People don't get it. Because most people like to be around other people because it's easier that way. You don't have to think about the stuff going on in your head. You don't have to deal with that crap that's going on inside of you. You don't have to think about the feelings or emotions that are going on with you. You can just ignore all that stuff and be around people. And it's so much easier. Right? It's so much easier just to ignore that crap. For us, on the other hand, we like being on our own because we don't want to ignore all that crap. We don't want to get away from it. We actually want to immerse ourselves in all that craziness and really learn about ourselves and really see what's going on with me. Where am I going right now? Who am I? What am I doing in my life? Why do I feel weird today? Why do I feel off today? What's going on with me that I feel so emotional today? We're always asking ourselves these questions on our own, constantly analyzing ourselves, constantly dealing with it, constantly talking to ourselves, and figuring out, okay, where am I right now? What space of mind am I in? What mind space I'm in? What space and body am I in? Like, what's going on with me? How can I deal with this right now so I can move onward and forward, right? So those are the two things that I would say about it. Now, again, as I've said before, a lot of you have said to me that your friends are all extroverts, and that's very common for us, really common. All of my friends are extroverts. I think I have one introverted friend, or one or two, but the rest of them are extroverted because, again, it balances it out, and it's great, and extroverts like being around us because you can pretend to be extroverted, and also it's good balance, right? But I have constantly had to have this conversation, and people forget, so constantly be telling them, no, I cannot hang out with you today. I hung out with you yesterday, and I need at least 2 or 3 weeks off from you so that I can, relax and recuperate, and then we can hang out again. Or, I'm sorry, I can't hang out with you 2 days in a row, or also I can't hang out with you right now because I am being alone right now. I'm in my space, in my cave. I just want to be on my own. I get messages from my friends all the time, every single day, let's do dinner today, let's do lunch today, blah, blah, blah. And I'm so grateful, again, for their company and for their friendship. But it's a constant juggling act saying, no, I can't hang out with you today because today is my day off from people. And you can say it in a different way. I usually just say it like that, and they understand because I've kind of trained them that way. But if they don't understand, you have to kind of explain to them, if I need to be a balanced INFJ, if I need to have balance in my head, if I need to be happy within myself, then I need to be alone 75 to 85% of the time, or more sometimes. And if you want me to be happy, if you care about me, then you'll understand that I need to be alone. Now, I've noticed 2 things happen with that. First of all, you might meet some people that get angry with you because they're like, well, what kind of friendship is this? I never get to see you. Those are the kind of people you need to let go. They're not going to be good friends for you. They're going to be pushing you all the time. It's not good. Just let them go. They can be better friends with someone else, right? The second type are going to understand, and they might be introverts themselves or ambiverts, where they know the need for alone space, alone time. And so that's great. I'm going to keep those people around and explain to them every single time. A lot of my friends are actually ENTPs as well. And so ENTPs, again, they understand this really well, and I love them for that. And a lot of them know how INFJs are because a lot of their friends are INFJs, and that works out really well. One of my girlfriends, Brittany, she knows. She has a lot of INFJ friends. When I'll be messaging her, she's like, let's go for lunch, let's go do this, let's go party. And I'll say, I don't think so. I don't have to explain myself to her. She knows. She's like, okay, cool, so you're in your cave today. I'm like, yeah, I need to be on my own today. She's like, all right, whenever you get out of your cave, message me, and then we can hang out. And it's so gratifying to me to be around people like that, because I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to push myself to be something that I'm not around people so they can love me and they can be friends with me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so relaxing to be around that kind of energy. I recommend, again, the same thing to you. Have that conversation with people, because people they're not going to know automatically. They're not going to understand automatically. You have to explain it to them. Explain to them how it works, how your mind works, how your body works, how you need that time to be balanced, to be happy, to be yourself. If you don't get that time or space, you burn out very quickly. It's very easy for us to burn out. So have that conversation with your friends. Have that conversation with your family specifically. I had to constantly tell my family, no, I can't hang out with you guys all the time. No, and no, and no, 100 times no. And constantly they're like, but why? Don't you love us? I'm like, yes, I do. And that's why I want to have this time on my own. Otherwise, I'm going to be grumpy when I'm around you. And that's not useful either, right? Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. There's so many facets to this, right? You might be a complete extrovert. Even though you're an INFJ, you might have more extroverted feelings than introverted. Or you might be on the other end of the spectrum where you're very much introverted and you have no extrovertedness at all. Now, again, either way, don't judge yourself. You are who you are. You can't really do anything about it, right? But talk to the people in your life. Kind of bring them into your circle. And make them understand who you are so that you can have a proper relationship with them. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Again, I thank you for being on my channel. I thank you for all the amazing comments, all of the feedback, all the suggestions for future videos. As I've said before, I have a very long list, about 300 ideas from you guys. And it's always constantly growing. So if I haven't gotten to your suggestion yet, please don't get offended. I'm gonna get to it, I promise. Getting through it slowly but surely. Again, have a great day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time around. Bye for now.